I'm Jacob.
I'm Yuri.
And we're going for a drive.
...2024 Nissan Pathfinder.
Platinum without launch control. This thing's torque steering. Not bad power.
Horsepower and torque.
284 horsepower, 259 pound-feet of torque from a 3.5 liter V6.
With an automatic transmission.
Yes, it's a 9-speed auto. And the first thing that I would like to talk about is this.
You got a silly noise coming from your telescopic steering wheel?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so why do we have this? It is because our editor used the Rock Creek as a long-term tester for his first child. Congrats, Terry, this summer. So we want to review the 24, revisit it, and talk about the things that he liked in it, that maybe things that we were used to in modern cars that he isn't, because he drives an older Forester.
And then some of the differences with this Platinum trim versus the Rock Creek. And by the way, we did really enjoy the previous Rock Creek. And spoiler alert, maybe I enjoyed it more than this one.
Okay, let's actually start with what we noticed in this. The looks compared to the Rock Creek, a lot less rugged looking.
Yeah.
Borderline like regular traffic boring, because I've seen a lot of Rock Creeks and I'm like, wow, that's cool, that's cool. And then I don't notice these ever.
Well, exactly. I wouldn't say borderline. This is just regular traffic. We got like chrome trim on the side. This just looks like a Nissan that you'd never like look at on the road. Whereas the Rock Creek, I'm still gonna look at those, especially in that desert tan color.
Yeah, we hate flat gray, but we love flat brown.
It's sick.
Okay, that one had really cool beadlock style wheels. This has normal, boring Nissan wheels. But what would be the Continental recommended tire if you were to drive this in the winter?
The Continental Ice Contact Extreme that we're driving on right now. That's right.
Next thing is this color. It is green, which sounds cool, but it is a dark green. To me, this is like if somebody wanted a blue, you know what I mean? It's like, it's almost black. It's a dark color.
Yeah, it's
but
very
again,
dark.
It's the normal blue version of green.
And you do have to pay like $300 extra for it. I wish it was like slightly greener, just like a little bit brighter, but it kind of, if they did that, it would be closer to like an army green, and then you could also have that on the Rock Creek, which they didn't probably want to do.
Yeah, I get this color.
It's just okay, especially in this overcast weather, which it doesn't pop in at all.
Yeah, we get like no sun until spring, so we're sorry. Thanks for continuing to watch and subscribe.
And we don't have the off-road tuned suspension from the Rock Creek, and I actually find it to be pretty comfortable. It's not the most comfortable. I think some Toyota SUVs are a little bit more comfortable, but it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it feels great. Like, it's a little bit lower because the Rock Creek off-road suspension was a little higher.
Yeah.
And that one had off-roady tires.
Right.
So combined with like these, like this is much more comfy, I think, than a Rock Creek was to putt around every day.
Exactly, and like quieter inside as well because of you don't have the all-terrain tires.
But to start off with comparisons for our editor, he was saying he did not feel uncomfortable at all, and his wife, who was, just gave a baby, they were...
She just gave a baby?
Just birthed the baby, had a baby, gave a baby to the world. They were not uncomfortable at all driving around doing a lot of road trips.
Okay.
And they were saying mostly because of the seats too, which were also very, very extremely comfortable. That's what she said. It was like the most comfiest front seats.
Are these the same seats?
They feel very similar.
I have no issues with these seats. They're very comfortable.
They're very, very comfortable.
I don't think they're Nissan like space seats, but they're very comfortable.
And then I guess let's get into some other fun stuff. This is a 3-row SUV. The middle row in this one is captain shares, but in the Rock Creek it was bench. So not as comfy as the front seats. And then at the back, there's a little bit of room. Let's do that cool shot again of Jacob fitting in all 3 rows, kind of.
Oh man, that took me forever last time, but here you go.
Did you fit well?
I didn't fit well in the 3rd row, but I did fit well in the 2nd row.
And you're 6'1.5", and me at 5'8". I fit great in all the rows, so no problems for me. But the reason my editor, our editor, my brother, got a 3-row SUV is because they have one child and a large dog. So they can't really have the dog like right next to the kid all the time, or maybe they wanted to space it out. The dog fit great in the very back in the 3rd row. I've got a small dog, you've got a big dog, so for you this is something you got to think about, right?
Absolutely.
And my dog sits in the front seat in my car.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. And if we haven't mentioned it, our editor, your brother, has a Subaru Forester, an older model.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about upgrading for something older, here's our perspective on this one. And if you're shopping for one of these things, go to tsp.truecar.com for discounted price offers.
So in this Platinum version, we have peasant blockers built in. He did not. He had to get those aftermarket ones, bro.
These are sick, yeah. That's nice to have.
This has a sunroof, moonroof.
Yeah.
Rock Creek didn't, but the Rock Creek had like that roof rack too, which was really cool.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Yeah, it's hard because there's a lot of cool features here, but the Rock Creek looks so much cooler.
Right, exactly.
Okay, he also really liked the rear climate controls. That's nice because his Subaru Forester doesn't have that.
And we even have a regular plug back here, which is really nice to have.
Yeah. Regular AC power is like nice because, you know, sometimes you got to charge your computer, do some work, whatever.
Yeah, plug in a diaper changer.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not a thing.
You could do wet wipe heaters.
Oh, okay.
I guess. Okay, in the very back, his Forester doesn't have an automatic trunk.
Okay, yeah, because it's an older car.
Absolutely loved having an automatic trunk. This one also has a lock to close, and then this version also has kick to open, whereas the Rock Creek didn't. He's like, I would never use that anyways.
That's pretty sick. And I think this will tow more than his SUV will, because this tows up to
6,000 pounds.
Yeah, he doesn't tow anything.
Yeah, but not yet. He doesn't have little kids ATV ride-ons and stuff that he needs to buy a whole trailer for. Because he has to put the dog in the third row. Where are you going to put the ATV ride-ons?
I don't know, on the roof rack of the Rock Creek.
Exactly.
Okay, and then in the trunk, if you open it up, with the third row down, you have a lot of room. With the third row up, you still have a decent amount of room, but what's cool is you have a little compartment that goes up so you can put like your grocery bags and stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
Without having to have it slide everywhere. I use that a bunch. He said he also used that a bunch. So that is an awesome feature about daily driving and living with this Pathfinder. Is there anything you're liking right now about driving this that you think he might like or not have liked?
I mean, it's just generally comfortable to sit here and drive. We still have a bunch of tactile normal buttons for the climate. We have heated and ventilated seats. So that's really nice to have. We've got a heated steering wheel. I assume, I forget what the button is.
Right there, it's right there.
Yeah, sorry.
So in my Mazda, it's two fingers like this, and I hit this heated steering wheel and the heated seat. This one, it's always on, pretty much because it's cold.
Just do this.
Yeah, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, so I mean, just sitting here, it's really nice. The only thing that I'm not enjoying is actually a couple things, which you want me to get into?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's start off with this, I think, defective, maybe there should be a recall windshield.
What if I didn't want to start with that?
That's what you want to start with, trust me.
So what Yuri means by that is when there's oncoming headlights or just some sort
Any
of
lights, LED
any
lights, especially LEDs.
if they're coming at you, usually there's like multiple versions of them because they get duplicated through this windshield for some reason.
Yeah,
like it literally, if you see a BMW with circle headlights, it looks like it has 8 circle headlights.
It double visions it, and then the closer it gets, the more it goes away.
Yeah, like this car.
And it like hurts your eyes while looking at stuff. Like once you notice you can't.
It actually gives me a headache.
Somebody on my Instagram said it's probably a improperly laminated windshield because if you have a head-up display,
which we do.
Yes, you need a certain laminate so that it displays better, and that's probably it. So I assume this needs to go back for a new windshield because if this is how they sell cars to people,
oh man. Yeah.
tsp.truecar.com, something else.
Maybe get a Rock Creek that doesn't have this.
Yeah,
I don't really know.
Yeah, something without head-up display would be preferable.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I am thoroughly not enjoying because once you pointed it out, I couldn't unsee it and basically it was giving me headaches. Next thing, this is all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, whatever you want to call it. It feels very front-wheel drive, like to the point that I'm actually getting torque steer on launches and when I floor it, which is kind of crazy for an SUV. But you can also get this in front-wheel drive in the States, so it makes sense, I guess.
Except for the Rock Creek. I think the Rock Creek's only.
Yeah, like I'm getting a little bit there, like a little bit there. And then horsepower is a little bit down from the Rock Creek. Not really noticeable, but in my head, I know that it's down in double digits, and I'm like, man, I really want those double digits.
Okay, well, is the exhaust sound down?
I don't know. Let's take a listen to the outside.
So say you're steering side to side while ripping on the roads. You know what else my editor absolutely loved? Our editor. The adaptive cruise lane centering.
Yes, that is good, actually.
All the safety stuff it comes with, but that adaptive stuff was great because he did a lot of road trips up north and back.
Yep.
And he misses that.
Okay. The next thing that I don't like is this 9-speed auto. It is quite slow to downshift when you floor it. Like, that's a lot of lag. Not that the horsepower is down, but this 9-speed just doesn't really want to downshift, but it's kind of smooth in normal operation. And the next thing I'm going to get to is the start-stop as I stop right now. It'll engage itself, and then it's a little bit like
yeah.
So it takes a while for it to like kick on, and then once it does, it's a little bit slow.
Well, while I was driving this for the last like week and a half or so, I swear I like didn't even floor this. I was just cruising. I saw that platinum badge and all that chrome, and I'm like, I'm gonna go the speed limit so hard.
Yeah, I get that. It's one of those, but like the first thing I noticed was the start stop. I'm like, man, this is annoying.
You want to see something else I love?
What's that?
Love. When you change your window wipers, like it shows up in the gauge cluster, which is so cool. Because some cars it's at night. Even in my Mass, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Dude, in my wife's car and half my cars, I still don't know what it does.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, this
is
great.
Is one of the greatest features of all time.
Which I think they stole from Hyundai.
100% from the Stinger. I think Stinger had that.
Yeah, that's a Kia.
Another stupid thing. This has forward, back, up, down lumbar, right?
Does it?
Yes.
Okay, yes it does.
Give it full lumbar like your back actually hurt.
Yeah, okay. It's not doing anything.
No, exactly.
Like nothing. I think
swear,
it's deflated.
The person who put this forward back up that lumbar has never had a back problem in their life.
No.
Like, bro, let's get somebody with sciatica in here to do some lumbar adjustment this week.
Let's just say these are not space seats for sure. Okay.
They might as well not even have lumbar support.
No, let's see if we can fly to space through Cliche Corner right now, and we're going to get probably some understeer. Yeah, a little bit of understeer. The conditions are a little moist, I would say, but these Contis are gripping decently, but it does feel like it just wants to understeer thanks to this four-wheel drive system, and definitely not like a handling type of SUV, but probably better than the Rock Creek because of these normal tires.
Yeah, I feel like this is less noisy, maybe because of the roof rack or whatever, and then also like the tires, like this just feels
that
normal.
Thing, the Rock Creek needed Continental Terrain Contact ATs.
Just like your
Raptor
truck.
Yes.
All right, my turn to drive?
Yes, please.
Finish
but before
sandwiches?
before we switch drivers, Yuri. It is Yuri's birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
I got you a gift,
and
you have to eat it on camera. And then people are gonna watch the diarrhea start.
You guys know I can't eat dairy.
This is a Bailey's. It's a Bailey's donut with Boston cream in it.
Thank you. So, it's delicious. I can't do dairy, and I can't do eggs, and I can't do yeast. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Happy birthday. Everybody wish Yuri a happy birthday in the comments.
All right. The thing editor complained about, this weird shifter. He still can't get used to it. But I mean, I feel like we're fine with it.
Sometimes I can get used to it. I don't enjoy it.
Sometimes I ended up in manual, and then I just like fly off first gear. It's like, I'm like, why aren't you shifting?
Do it right now. Are you in manual?
No. Because I know how to use it. Oh, it shot shifted. It was the Rogue that did that. Whoa, the torque steer. Do not eat this with a gun in your hand.
Keep me on the road, please, Yuri. Yeah, lots of torque steer. It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
Maybe we should put it in sand mode instead of look, we have so many drive modes here.
7 or something.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I was actually getting pretty good gas mileage, like 12 liters per 100 kilometers, mostly city, like no highway.
Okay, for city, I guess that's all right.
That's not the worst. I asked editor Terry, "Do you notice you're putting in more gas?" He's like, "Nah, kind of the same as a Subaru." So,
okay,
considering 3-row over thing, but I guess Subaru's like symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive, so it's probably using a little more gas.
Yeah, and the boxer engines are not exactly known for fuel economy, so I don't know if that's much of a compliment.
Okay. You'll notice the child seat in the back.
Yep.
My kid loved it. She got in there great all the time, crawling, stomping around and everything. I think she got like a good view out that too. So really good for kids. My brother really liked that you could drop the middle seat like on an angle.
Oh yeah.
To get to the very back, especially for the dog. Like obviously his Subaru doesn't have a third row.
Yep.
Because he didn't get a Tribeca or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
Garbage
Tribeca.
that used to be that there.
B9 Tribeca. Yeah,
right. That stupid like triangle stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's a cool feature that it tilts. Like you can't really do that with a child seat in there because it'll be attached to the seatbelt. But if it's a first-year child, I guess you probably could.
Right.
With the little bottom adapter.
Yeah, the latch system. And then we got normal cup holders up here, which I see no problems with. I think it'll fit every type of cup.
That's great.
And then we got wireless charger down here.
We have wired wireless CarPlay.
Yep.
Really decent sound system. Bose.
Oh yeah, okay. The only thing is, seeing the screen now after being in a lot of newer updated models that are coming onto the market, the screen does feel, the size of it feels old, but I don't want to complain about the size because some of the screens are too gigantic, so I'm just gonna say this is okay.
I love it.
But it's noticeably smaller than most modern cars now.
Super happy with it. Look, my Boston cream donut fingers leaving the piano black mark. I don't even care.
It's perfect, yeah. And then we got a volume and tuning knob still, and then some hard buttons to control stuff.
I couldn't get Utopia radio on here, 341. I didn't have that channel, so I had to go off my app, which was fine. It was fine. And then this has a 360 camera, which editor and his wife, my sister-in-law, also really, really love.
There you go.
Because they don't have a 360 camera. I don't even think they have a reverse camera.
No, probably not.
Speaking of cameras, I use a mirror to watch my kid back there, and I put it on the other captain's chair. My brother used a digital camera with a little screen at the bottom to watch his newborn.
Wild.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I didn't either.
And that's pretty cool because there's cars like the minivans and stuff that have those 360 cameras in there, so you can see all the passengers. But like with like $100 thing, you can just like do that yourself.
Right. And having plugs back here would definitely help.
Yeah, I think they used a cigarette lighter up there, or they like wired it through everything.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but overall he loved it for that, and they loved the looks of it. And I think this looks all right. I definitely think the Rock Creek looks cooler.
Well, what I do like about this is this brushed aluminum metal in here, which is pretty cool looking. It's fake, obviously, but it looks cool.
I like the lighter headliner and stuff. I don't like a dark, cocoony looking car.
Yep.
But I guess if you got a kid who's looking to sleep, maybe that's way, way better.
What if you're looking for a kid that's looking to test the visors? Let's find out if these pass with a massive logo right there.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
Full pass. It says sliding visor. Good job.
Okay, and then this car would also do a lot better as a family car with dogs if it had a set of TuxMat in it.
Yes, it would. Go to TuxMat.com/TheStraightPipes to see what they have available for your vehicle.
And I know I haven't been talking about my TuxMat and my Mazda too much, but having that in my Mazda, I literally don't have to worry about my carpets ever. Everything, you think about it once, you buy it once, you put it in, and then it's good. Do you remember back in the day when your carpets would get wet from like snowboarding or snow or water or anything? Like, it doesn't even happen. I forgot that existed.
The salt crustiness that I'd have to fix every summer or whatever, it was terrible.
I love that I don't even have to think about it.
Exactly.
TuxMat.
TuxMat.
So with all that stuff out of the way, I don't think I missed anything, did I?
I don't think so.
No. This compartment under here was nice for purses. That's what I was also told.
Okay.
And I'm using my fanny pack. My kid calls that daddy's purse.
As she should.
All right, let's get to the price.
This one is $58,398.
Canadian.
Which sounds like a very reasonable price.
I really like this. It was very nice for like 2 weeks for me. All these hard buttons were great. The remote start on the key fob was great. It's like normal SUV, a little bit old school, which is nice because the newer stuff is getting a little too zany in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's nice to have this naturally aspirated thing kind of still hanging around. Like, I like this V6.
Yeah, as long as you get one that doesn't have a messed up windshield, I think you'll have a good time. And if you want to get the Rock Creek, it'll look cooler and probably be cooler longer.
Yes.
But maybe a little less comfortable, but maybe cooler. Would you go Rock Creek or this?
I'd go 100% Rock Creek.
I think I would too. Just 'cause
you
it's
have
so,
to.
I know.
I think a lot of my problems will be solved with those Continental Terrain Contact ATs because it was just quite noisy.
Yeah. All right.
Say
Rock Creek.
Rock Creek. Happy birthday, Yuri. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Which is a lot later when you guys are watching this.